there would be another Larry Bird one day. And Larry, there will never, ever, ever be another Larry Bird.
The origin of the storied NBA rivalry of the Boston Celtics' Larry Bird and the Los Angeles Lakers' Magic Johnson can be traced to the 1979 NCAA title game, where Magic's Michigan State team defeated Bird's Indiana State team in one of college basketball's most celebrated finals. The meeting would eventually become more significant than the outcome, as 7 months later, Magic and Bird would join the NBA together and begin to energize a league that was waning in popularity.
Magic Johnson, a 6'9" lead guard. I've never heard of things like this.
Magic is straight down the middle. Still going. Oh! Highlight film!
Larry Bird probably should have been a power forward. He was like the lead guard.
Advantage, Bird on the drive. Look at that pass. Oh, what a show! Play. Oh, what a show!
These guys changed the game.
In his very first season, the 20-year-old Magic would lead the Lakers to a title.
And the most valuable player is Magic Johnson. He starts at center, plays forward,
And Bird would respond the next year as he brought championship glory back to Boston Garden. It all seemed like fate. Joining Wilt and Russell's former teams, Magic and Bird gave the NBA a new marquee rivalry to build on.
That one of them was the urban black kid from Michigan, and the other one was the manure-kicking country boy from Indiana, and one of them with the Lakers, and one of them with the Celtics. I mean, that was perfect. That's central casting.
Bird and Magic were bringing new fans into the league, and they were attracting them with their own distinctive style. Bird embodied the essence of the blue-collar player.
The fans could sense his leadership, his hustle. He'd dive on the floor. He'd do whatever it takes.
While Magic personified showmanship.
Beautiful!
He had a passion, simply a passion, an incredible passion to play basketball. He loved the game. He felt fortunate playing the game. He was playing a game that men were being paid at, and he was treating it like it was a kid's game. He used to wear it out on his sleeve. He let everybody know how happy he was in playing the game.
Despite their outward differences, Bird and Magic were kindred spirits.
They were throwing themselves into the game absolutely, totally, completely, hopelessly. And in that way, I think they kind of brought you along. They were saying, come on the court with me. I'm going to play a game of basketball with you.
They have different personalities and different backgrounds, but their value system when it came to what it took to be part of the team was identical.
But while the public was embracing these two stars, they were warily stalking each other from 3,000 miles away.
I kept track of every game he played in. I really didn't care what anyone else did. I always checked to see what Magic was doing. I was always trying to keep up with the things that he done.
I wanted to make sure he wasn't getting too far out in front of me. You know, I had to keep him in sight every day, every score, you know, what he scored, how many rebounds, how many assists. The person you measured yourself against was Larry Bird for me.
Finally, in 1984, Magic and Bird would play for the title, and the entire sporting world was watching.
Hey, they won the East, we won the West. So it's like everybody just get ready, sit back, and let's enjoy it.
Magic and the Lakers would capture 2 of the first 3 games.
They're running the Celtics off the Boston Garden court.
And it looked as if they would run away with the series.
This has to be one of the most decisive routes in championship game history.
But the usually quiet Bird would issue a bold response.
You know, we got some great players on this team, but we don't have the players with the heart sometimes that we need. And today when you see Magic slapping high fives and guys going behind their back and shooting layups on us all day long, it seems that somebody would try to put a stop to it. And until we get our hearts where they belong, we're in trouble.
In lines the next day was Celtics play like sissies, because like what Larry said. And it was like the most incredible thing, because we saw that article, and it was like we couldn't wait to get back.
Here's Kareem, outlet to Worthy, rammed it. And you knew this was going to happen. You could see it coming.
I was the leader of the Boston Celtics, and I knew that. My teammates knew that. So they was looking for direction, and that's what I tried to give them.
Led by Bird, the Celtics would push their way back into the series.
Here's Magic, off the mark. Lakers had several chances, and here's Larry Bird chugging down the court.
Larry Bird, for his credibility and for his highlight and for him to be who he was, he had to beat Magic Johnson during that particular series.
But while Bird rallied his Celtics, Magic faltered in the series' crucial moments.
Be sure they won't let the time run out this time as they did in Game 2.
Magic takes the ball and they throw. Magic throws it away. At this. 3 seconds. Intercepted by Perry.
The Lakers trying to cut it to 1. And he loses it.
I pride myself in being one of the best players to ever play in this game in the clutch situation, in the pressure situation. And I didn't come through for my team.
The Celtics would beat the Lakers in 7 games.
The Boston Celtics are the NBA World Champions.
And while Bird basked in triumph, Magic was left to shoulder the blame.
I had never lost in a situation like that. So that's the first time I actually had a chance to cry, after the game, and really say, man, that was my fault. I'm sorry. You turn to the guys.
Finals would provide Magic with an immediate chance for revenge. And this series, he would be the one to rally his team.
Great assist for Magic Johnson.
We weren't going to let Larry Bird and his crew beat Magic and his crew. It was just that simple.
And as they headed to Boston for Game 6, Magic looked to make his Lakers the first team in finals history to eliminate the Celtics on their home floor.
Coming in the Boston Garden and the old building and seeing Red sitting up there, just knowing that the crowd, you could just feel the crowd. I mean, everybody's sweating already. The game is still half hour away.
This time, however, Magic would triumph at Bird's expense.
This man, Magic Johnson, played this season with a mission for the Lakers, and it's about to pay off.
Magic would not only exercise his own demons, but those of Lakers' past.
We wasn't playing just for ourselves. We were playing for all the other Laker teams that never beat the Celtics and all the fans of the Lakers.
What do you think the differences were this time around for this team, Magic? We didn't make the mistakes. They came back, but we held them off every time.
Does America believe in magic? You bet we do.
Bird and Magic had taken a rivalry of the 60s, added the showmanship of the 70s, and created one of the most magnetic duels in sports history.
It was almost surreal because we were in the middle of this great tug of war, and you really didn't have an idea who was going to win.
Okay, can we proclaim Larry Bird the greatest player of all time? Okay, I wrote that story in 85, 86. Then we all watched Magic in 86, 87. Well, should we rewrite that now? Yeah, I think I probably wrote that story too.
Each season, Bird and Magic seemed to push each other to new heights. In 1986, Bird won his 3rd consecutive MVP and the title. In 87, Magic would be named the most valuable player, and he would face Bird in the finals one last time.
When we caught them in 87, we knew they were hurt. We were younger, and we were fresher, and we had a little bit more firepower. But they still had Larry Bird.
In some ways, Bird was never more heroic, as he desperately fought to keep his Celtics in the series. In the pivotal 4th game, trailing 2-1, he would give Boston the slimmest of leads with time running out.
Larry Bird with a big three-point bomb.
They up one. Coach Riley called to play for Kareem. And I got it, and Kevin McHale basically switched out.
I saw that Magic was going to, take the last shot. I could see it in his eyes. I could see him say, like, this is not happening. And so I got to go.
5 seconds to go. Magic with a hook shot. Scores with 2. And the Celtics trail by 1.
It was almost over. I mean, we had one last shot. We had 1 second on the clock, and I got enough room to get it off, and I thought it was in.
Bird fires it. And the Lakers have won.
In essence, Bird's final miss gave the title to Magic and marked the end to their rivalry. But it seemed to only enhance the respect they had gained for each other.
Magic's just a great basketball player. He's the best I've ever seen, Unbelievable. I don't know what to say.
Everything that I always wanted in myself, to believe in myself. Here's the guy. I'm looking right at him. And I always get excited about talking about Larry Bird.
Between them, Bird and Magic would capture 8 titles, and at least one of them would appear in every final during the 80s. But the decade-long battle that they waged would ultimately unite them.
They played not just to focus the spotlight on them, but to raise the level of the game. I think they both understood that, valued it, and pursued it their entire careers, and they could not have gotten it to the level that each did without.
To the greatest basketball player ever, but more important, a friend.